if you consider that this moment is a failure, you are doing a great disservice to yourself. Because in order to reach this point in your life, it took a lot. To get to where you want to be, or what you think in your mind is success, it takes one little step, right? That last step. So think about this. Was that last step the only step that accounted for success? That last thing you did and you say, hey, now I'm successful. I'm a successful person. I've achieved what I had to achieve. I've got what I had to get. Is that all that matters? Or is there something more? Did all the failures that you face, did all the setbacks you face matter at all? How about all the people that contributed? Do they matter? If you consider this moment as a failure, you have failed in your life. Because even failure itself is success. Because you know now that whichever steps you took, whatever action you took, doesn't work. And now you have to try something else. And that's a wonderful thing. You see, in the eyes of the divine, or in the eyes of universal consciousness, there is nothing that's good, there is nothing that's bad. There just is. It's just stuff that happens. Some stuff you think is good, and some stuff you think is bad. It's all in how we process our thoughts and what we think about it. So what is good and what is bad? What is success? Success is one more thought in your head. Today I was watching a documentary on Mehmed, the Ottoman king, Mehmed and Vlad. Oh, very successful Ottoman ruler. Where is his success today? Have you thought about him today? You, Laura, did you think about Mehmed? No. Did you? No. We're all going to die. And then all that success that we thought we got, all those laurels that we got, all those awards that we got, nobody cares about them. Nobody cares. Only as long as you're there, you have this reality. Move yourself out of the equation. If you took yourself away, me, I'm out of this. What is success? What is failure? Who is talking about whom? You don't even know that somebody is talking about me, Laura, if you are not there, right? If you didn't exist, you pull yourself out. So you are the problem. You are definitely the problem. What people talk about you, what they think is good for you, what you think is good for yourself, what the whole world thinks, what standards that we have to live up to, what our family wants from us, how we let down our family, we let down our religion, we let down our country. So much shame, so much regret. I couldn't live up to the standards that were set for me. So many young people, so many. They fail an exam, they fail a semester. They feel they've not lived up to something. They feel they've not achieved, they've let their parents down. That they didn't achieve what they had to achieve. And just like that, a life is snuffed out. Why? Why? What does it matter what somebody studied, what somebody achieved, what somebody has, what somebody doesn't have? What does it matter? We're here today gone tomorrow. All of us. And all the things that you fought for, the noble ones will remain. And the absolutely, ridiculously horrible ones will also remain in people's memory. But do we care that much about what everybody thinks and what everybody knows? Your own self-esteem is now at stake. What do I want? What do I think I want? Where do I want to be in 5 years from now? Where do I want to be in 3 months from now? See, you have to think about these things. Whether it's in your job, whether it's in your life, yeah, and plan for the future. But if that step, and the planning is important because these are steps we take to achieve what we have to achieve. That's why we have these goals that we make at the beginning of the year, that I want something to happen for meditation. I want to write another book. If I don't even have that intention, nothing is going to pan out. But every step in writing the book, from the first chapter to the 10th, to the 100th, to the editing, to the reading and the rereading, every step, every rejection from a publisher, every rejection from an agent, these are important learning lessons. We learn all the time. And the more doors that are closed, the clearer our vision of success becomes, because more doors open up. And unless you have an intention and unless you take that step of faith, that it's going to be good, it's all going to work out in my favor, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Success doesn't exist in an event in the future, because the future may or may not exist. Success lies in this moment. What you do right now and with what attitude you do it. That's all that matters. Why? Why do I keep saying that? Because have you ever known a moment other than now? No, it's happening now. Have you ever been anywhere other than here? Even when you were in Spain 10 years ago, you were right here. In the space of the here and the now. There is nothing other than that. And every single thing that you did all along the way has brought you to this moment in your life. So many people have contributed to it. So is it your success? The teachers in your school, the parents who hugged you and taught you how to deal with failure, the children that gave you hard life lessons, the bosses that knocked you down and made fun of you every time you made mistakes, the loss, the grief, the loss of jobs, the loss of family members, all of this has brought you here. That is your success. Meeting an obstacle and making it a challenge, not a problem. You cross that obstacle and you get another one, and you get another one, and you get another one. Everybody does. This is just stuff. You meet one goal and it's not going to stop there at, okay, now I got $5,000 in my bank account. Now nothing more. No more. No. Now you want 10. Then you want 15. Then you want 20. It never ends. It never ends. There was a time when I used to buy my clothes off the street. There was a street market in Bombay, and clothes were really cheap there. And I enjoyed going shopping. It was opposite the club, and I would go and buy really ridiculously cheap clothes. Slowly, everything changes. You want a little better, a little bit better, or you want the name of some brand there, something written, somebody put someone's name there. It's probably from that same street market, and then he put his name there, and you're going to be paying for that. Because successful people dress well. Okay, there's a certain way that they must dress. There are bags that they must carry. There are cars that they must drive. It is the appearance of what appears successful. Now, what is it that you really want? After all of that, you won the battle. Mehmed defeats Vlad the day he kills him on the battlefield. What is the state of his mind? He grew up as his brother. What is his state of mind? Of defeat or failure? Of success, victory? What is it? The entire Bhagavad Gita is written based on this. This moment is a very precious gift. It's not going to come back again. And if you don't learn to extend this moment into eternal time and spend this entire moment focused on what you're doing, it's going to slip away from you. That success that you want will not come because you're not focused on the moment, on what you're doing. You're too focused on what you have to receive and where you need to be. That is too far away because it's not just now. Be here now. This is all that there is. Because if you're not happy now, if you're not satisfied now, it's never going to happen, because this moment, when you're connected with time, it's pure potential. It can be anything that you want it to be. You can't expect the future to unfold in a certain way if you're not making it happen now. You have to take that action, that action right now. Whatever you do is what's going to unfold. And there have been 100, a million, a billion, billion moments, millions of moments like this that brought you here. All precious, all extremely precious, good and bad ones. All of it is you. All of it, the success, the failure. You only know success because you know failure. If there was nothing like failure, what is success? It's the limitations that define us. You see, without an inside, there can never be an outside. Right? And there can never be you can never understand outside if you want inside. So, understanding the truth is often very, very mystical, because opposites are always true. You want everything, but to get that everything, you have to learn to understand what is nothing. And when you understand that nothing, just being in this moment with nothing, this moment, no money, no nothing, no success, no fame, no gain, no laurels, no punishments, no rewards, nothing. That's when you get everything. That's when you understand everything. That's when you connect deeply. This moment is just as it is. And when we meditate, we understand that very deeply. To be, to feel sensations, to feel thoughts coming and thoughts leaving, and then you do nothing. That is life's greatest lesson. Because we're always reacting. We're always reacting to our thoughts, to everybody else's thoughts, to the world, to things happening. This is our life, right? All the time, react, respond to emails. That's what we do all day. WhatsApp messages, all day. Like this, I don't like that, like this. To be and do nothing is the greatest training. There's a beautiful movie that I watched over the weekend called Son of the South. And it's about the civil rights movement. And they actually teach them to do nothing. Because when the Freedom March took place, and people were they were being attacked, physically attacked very badly, okay, by mobs. And they had to learn not to fight back. There would be insults. So the training was in insulting them and throwing things on them and beating them. So to receive that beating and do nothing. That's what Gandhi did. That's what Gandhi did. That is nonviolence. That is ahimsa. And it stems from the essence of meditation. For things to happen and you do nothing. That is the greatest teaching. When you stop seeking wealth, that's when abundance comes. When you stop seeking success, that's when the laurels come. When you seek and you're disappointed, your actions become distorted. Your whole view on life becomes distorted. That is no way to live. That is no way to live. Live this moment fully and completely happy, with a fistful of faith, courage, and gratitude. Faith that everything you want is already yours. Courage to deal with whatever comes your way. And gratitude that you've arrived here in this moment, in this state that you are. That's such a blessing. To be born each morning, to breathe and to live in this beautiful world. What a blessing.